Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is a scene for Sept of the Howling Wind, a werewolf, the apocalypse venue set in San Diego. It has been a very emotional 24 hours. And Jesse has pretty much touched base with all of the members of his pack, save for Gabby and Kyle. So Kyle is who he's approaching first to kind of check on. In light of a recent death in the Sept. So he was told that basically Kyle could be found with the rest of the children of Gaia, which is where we find him, basically inquiring as to Kyle's whereabouts.
Kyle will be seen off by his lonesome, sitting under a tree, smoking heavily. And when I say smoking heavily, uh, the pungentness around his general vicinity is rather strong. So much strong that it is offensive to most natural wildlife in the area. Nothing wants to sort of be around him at that current point in time.
To clarify, do you mean smoking fire heritage smoking cigarettes, or smoking the ganj?
Smoking the ganj.
Hot. Okay. So, not Kyle, it's you. Let me not decide which character does. Jesse is going to let himself melt down into his lupus form. And he'll trot over to Kyle and sit near him and kind of lay down.
You will notice that upon closer inspection, Kyle's eyes are bloodshot, like to the point where it looks like that's not normal.
He'll kind of belly scoot forward, looking up at Kyle.
He looks at you. He looks a mess. It also looks like he hasn't changed his clothes in, in, in the last 24 hours. He hasn't showered or eaten. Um, his clothes are pretty much blood soaked, and there is a very fresh scar on his chest.
He'll put his nose and like his muzzle under Kyle's hand and like kind of wiggle his face to kind of like get his hand under, or his face under Kyle's hand to like basically urge him into petting him.
It would be one of those things where he kind of looks at him and doesn't say anything.
So he'll lick his hand gently and kind of get closer, and he'll nuzzle his face kind of tenderly and sit down across from him and let himself go back to human.
So that was a thing.
He'll nod.
It was supposed to everything went according to plan. We all went in, me, Sierra, Cole, Lefty, Binary. We were all there. It was a few moves, nothing out of the ordinary. We were going for the typical BSD, right? Like that's pretty standard operating, procedure. Basically, he was Desiree's father was basically abusing her for years, right? So I was already hot. That's to be expected. So we were all hot. So we came in, and maybe we should have taken the extra amount of time to maybe figure out what was, maybe look harder, right? Maybe we should have asked for more help, but we we got there and we handled the situation, but ended up, I was in a scuff with a BSD. It happened, obviously I came out on top, whatever. But it there's no way that it could have happened so fucking fast because we we took out one really fast. The one almost killed me, but we took out one, and then we dogpiled Desiree's father. Right? He's chained up, fucking Offset, and we hear this fucking howl, and then we're running to go engage, and dude rips his heart out. Literally rips his heart out and throws it on the floor. We don't fucking lose it. Fucking, I've never seen something like that. Fucking Cole went berserk. We fucking all did it. And fucking eviscerated this dude. And fucking, I helped raise that dude. I was there when he decided to follow fucking the call. I helped train him. And in every physical, I am responsible for him. Fuck, we all were, and I don't fucking get it. What could, what, how? It doesn't make sense. As you see, I guess Kyle's like explaining it to you. He's getting more frantic and more upset.
He'll reach out and squeeze his shoulder softly and just give him a very warm look. He's actually not wearing his sunglasses today. He's letting his eyes like out today, as it were. So you can see his eyes, and they're very sad.
I was ready to break the fucking litany. That dude talked me out of it. What the? And he's gone just like that. Dude killed his girlfriend for the nation and he's gone. Where the fuck is his happy ending? Why the fuck are we even fighting this fucking war? For what? For what reason? It doesn't. It doesn't make sense. Why?
Is that rhetorical, or do you want my answer?
I don't fucking know. It hurts.
Yeah.
It's fucking. It's awful. My chest hurts. My lungs are heaving. I've never. What the fuck? I literally can't cry anymore. All I'm doing is dry heaving. And there's nothing. Oh my fucking.
There is something you can do. You can recognize that your brother fell so that you could live another day.
But
And
why? But why me? He had so much to give.
there is no why. There's no why. There's no answer. There's why we fight for each other, for Gaia, for what we believe in. But where it stops and who it stops on makes no sense. It might stop on you, or me, or Kate, or Dazzles, Sierra. But we love each other so much. And this nation and Gaia so much that any one of us would be willing to lay down for the other. Lefty laid down for us, and for that, he will always be exalted. And maybe one day you'll lay down for one of us. And one day someone will lay down for you. We don't know who. But until that day comes, we will bleed together. And we will fight at each other's backs. And we will always catch each other when we fall. He'll squeeze his shoulder again.
Why? He, you ever, do you ever see someone and instantly know how responsible you are for them, especially when they choose to follow behind you?
Mm-hmm.
Intimately responsible you are for everything that they do. I am so. It wasn't like he was a cat or a shadow or a fang. No, that was family. He's following out my example. 'Cause- So no, I can't go out and willy nilly do selfish things for my own purpose when I have someone that is, in all effects and purposes, his riot.
He's listening.
It hurts. So that it's not going. It, it's not going away.
Is this the first major loss you've experienced in your life?
The answer is walking does not. I guess it felt like you hear about Garuda, but you always assume that it's like this far off thing that's not going to happen to you or somebody that you know. It's always talked about as like heroes, this gallant warriors, They don't fucking tell you that they romanticize it, and then when it finally fucking happens, and then you look around, it's your package, it's your brother, it's your father, mother, whatever the case may be, and then you see your own mortality. It could have been me. It should have been me. He looked me in the eye. I told him not to take the back. I want him to go in front. I wanted him to be in the middle. In front position. He was supposed to be in the middle, but he looked me in the eye and he said that he can handle this. He got this. He's stupid idiot believes it. As again, in sort of a frantic way, he will start like scratching his hands almost out of like nervous reflex, but he's scratching too hard and he's breaking the skin.
Jesse doesn't stop him only because he knows he's Garu and can heal it.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's letting him do it. If it gets too bad, or he starts to really hurt himself, he'll maybe try to intervene. But right now, he doesn't see a reason to.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, he's taking points of lethal.
He'll kind of chew his lip for a moment. He's just being very thoughtful, like thoughtfully quiet and listening to him.
Like, and he starts like hitting himself, like not that like hitting the shit out of himself, like hitting himself in the head in the face, like almost and like cursing and yelling, probably putting blood in his face and his eyes. It's not a pretty scene.
When he gets too wound up,
Mm-hmm.
Jesse will just basically he'll shift to Glabro,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll pull him into his arms and just hold him tight against him. Not in like a bear hug, but
Mm-hmm.
tight enough that he can't really hurt himself anymore.
I like when he's like suddenly embraced, he just kind of falls to pieces.
And he'll just like kind of stroke his head and just he'll like sit down with him. He'll basically pull him to sit down and just hold him.
Not one of those like this is ugly crying.
That's cool. He's got two shoulders. You can use them both.
Like that kind of like wailing cry. Where kind of like grown men don't cry like that.
Yeah, he'll hold him, and then he'll say Kyle hears something very soft. He'll say of all the money that e'er I had, for my going away, all the sweethearts that e'er I had, that wish me one more day to stay. Since it fell into my lot that I should rise and you should not, I gently rise and softly call, good night and joy be to you all. And he'll just sing the parting glass to him softly.
Ugly crying.
So much ugly crying. There's a lot of things that are going through Jesse's mind.
Mm-hmm.
For the audience, Jesse, again, as most people know, lost his father not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
But on top of that, and he's not wanted to say this because he doesn't want to make it about him, but Jesse lost his entire pack, and was the only survivor from a very large casualty. So he knows this pain. He knows what his pack is going through. So he does have that soft look of, I've been here. But again, he really doesn't want to make this about himself, so he's not saying anything about it. And Lefty was actually one of the very few people that knew he lost his pack. And it was a bit of why he was a little sort of out of it when he first came to the Sept. Because he was suffering from survivor's grief. And he was just really not in the best head place. So where Kyle is right now, he was about a year ago, and then his father died. So he realizes that the only thing that can really be done for this is time. Time will do what it does and wear away at this, but right now, it's just going to be hard and suck. And the only thing he can do is support his packmate. So that's what he's doing.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we'll leave the scene.
So thank you players for playing. Thank you watchers for watching. Bye-bye.